Hello, I'm Fiona McKinnon, the CEO and co-founder of Moment Company. We're on a mission to help reduce stress, anxiety, and burnout in the workplace. We do this using the power of the mindful micro moment, short, regular breaks you can take throughout your day and away from screens. Everything we do can be stacked with existing habits and are simple, quick, and effective. This makes it easier for us, firstly, to do, and then importantly, to keep doing. There's an age-old saying that small steps add up to make a big difference over time, and that is the power of moments, and also beautifully reflects my own experience and well-being story. So here's a little bit about me, where I came from, the north of Scotland, what my passions are, family, friends, sport, travel, and beach life, and also shows what motivates me to share my experience and moments with others. The best testimonial I have is to tell you it worked for me, and from a very skeptical and unlikely starting point. I spent nearly 20 years in the advertising and media industry. I worked, lived, and travelled all over the world. I knew the password in every airport lounge. I was building startup businesses, working hard, playing hard, and living the supposed dream. I believed this was who I was. It sounded very glamorous until it wasn't anymore. I was exhausted, burnt out, and didn't have the tools or awareness to slow down, set boundaries in toxic work environments, and did not know I could actually say no. I had no well-being practice beyond extreme exercise and dirty vodka martinis, and did not believe that meditation and therapy were for me. Stress took its toll and I suffered a physical breakdown. My adrenal function and cortisol levels were severely deficient, leaving me exhausted and susceptible to illness. After a period of rest, I became curious about what had happened to me and how I could prevent myself reaching these extremes again. I'd been given The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle to read, but it felt like too big an entry point to unpick my brain. However, it did give me an open mind to figure out what could work for me, and so my wellbeing story started. My first big moment was finding a voice that resonated. I was lucky to find 4. Abraham Hicks, Marianne Williamson, Shawn Achor, and Brene Brown. I read and listened to everything. The work of these 4 authors changed my opinion of what self-help and healing was, and ultimately led me to try meditation, breathwork, mindfulness, to learn Reiki, and to become an NLP practitioner. Brene's work on vulnerability gave me the courage to talk about my own challenges and to realize that being open creates the space for others to share as well. The next leap came when I was encouraged to try transcendental meditation. I thought, if it works for Hugh, Katie, and Oprah, what's the harm? It changed my opinion that meditation was for chilled out hippie types only and could also be channeled into areas of work, focus, energy, and performance. If you know a little bit about some of the faces here, you might also know another connection. Many of them are in recovery. My friend who first introduced me to meditation had been on this journey herself. Scottish hardcore partier to non-drinking meditator, and I did not believe her when she said it could happen to me, but it did. Sobriety has moved me along the ladder higher and faster than I could ever have imagined. And coupled with meditation, it's taught me to live more mindfully, to be more present in everything I do. Yes, you feel everything more, but that means the good stuff too. Shortly after I became sober, I quit the corporate world and set up a wellbeing business to share the shorthand ways I have learned that taking mindful micropauses or moments throughout the day help create the space you need to change your outlook. Before we look at the wellbeing solution I use every day, let's go back and address the main mental wellbeing challenge we all face as humans. We think. We have up to 60,000 thoughts a day. 95% of them are the same ones we had yesterday, and 80% of those are thought to be negative. We can't ever switch these off completely, even in meditation. We are pre-programmed to almost live our lives on repeat. Furthermore, did you know we only feel the initial chemical reaction to a stressful situation in our bodies for 90 seconds? After that first rush, everything we feel thereafter, we are choosing to replay over and over. When you combine these two facts, you start to understand why negative thought patterns can spiral and take over parts of your life. Your thoughts become your reality as your body receives a signal that you are under attack and stress. So if we can't think our way out of stress and negative patterns, What's the answer? We need to let our bodies do the talking, with our internal circuit breaker, our breath. A deep conscious breath stimulates the vagus nerve, calms the heart rate, and creates a moment of space, a window of calm that you can move forward from a place of clarity. You can choose now what comes next. A calmer response, more rational thought, a better decision made. And every time we do this, we are breaking those old thought patterns and habits and creating new ones, new repeatable positive moments. We have made a change from yesterday that will be repeated tomorrow. This is how habit stacking, life-changing moments happen, slowly over time until they become your way of life. I wanted to end with a quote from one of my favourite authors, Abraham Hicks. The main event has never been the manifestation. The main event has always been the way you feel, moment by moment, because that's what life is.